Okay, we're gonna talk about this. Okay,
We can't.
I can't. I can't watch Rise of the Guardians sober. I can't watch it drunk. We tried.
Pause this very quick.
We tried.
I can't. And
we tried both.
I told you the other day we tried drinking it sober. We tried watching it sober. And I'm like, I felt dry. I felt like I was too... What's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, like I was too sober to be sitting through this movie.
Okay.
If the kids were around, then yeah, it's like, okay, they're kids, you know, maybe the kids will find some entertainment and they'll be able to explain some of the, like, the kiddish jokes to you. No, this one, I can't. And it was, I hit play. It's like, I can still hear the complete and utter stupidity.
Lauren, I'm going to be honest. We're at that point. We're, like, right there. Like drinking wise. Like, we are probably, I could probably handle 2 more drinks. I don't know about you. We're that fucking close. No. And we still couldn't sit through that movie.
You're not even in the same league as me. And we know that movie. And
well, you know what I mean? Like you and I are at that point where it's kind of like, oh shit. You know?
I heard...
It's not even remotely entertaining. Like, I'm still, like, it's not gonna work.
I heard their voices. There is nothing... There, you know, like some of the shows that we watch, it's like there are some scenes that, okay, this made it worth sitting through.
Yes.
No. I can't. I remember not as children, but as teenagers, when Rise of the Guardians came out, and it's like there were some scenes that you could pick through, and you're like, yeah, this is really good.
Well, I'm thinking about that with most things right now. Like, you know what I mean? Are we that grown that we're past the point of like, okay, let's rewatch this? You know what I mean? I know how much I drank. I know how much you drank. And the fact that neither of us could sit through this fucking movie.
None of us.
We tried. We did our best. And we can't.
No, and I'm at the point...
Sober, we were thinking, like, maybe we could watch this movie if we were just a little...
Sober, we were
like... a bit drunk. And
we
now
need to
we're
drink
here.
some.
Now we're here, and we still can't. I mean, it's still...
You flipped over the portable DVD player, and you're like, no, we can't do it. Let's watch World's Dumbest. I'm like, yeah.
I couldn't, like, I don't think we can get through that movie. I don't think we can. We tried.
And I remember, like,
we're gonna be okay.
There's a song that comes at the end of the movie, and I actually brought this in for the kids to watch. There was some song I didn't even realize when my first, 3 watch-throughs.
Okay.
And I played it for the kids the other day. Not the other day, this was last year. And I played it for them, and I'm like, son of a bitch. How did I ever get through this? The books.
In middle school, it was because we wanted Jack Frost.
I did not want Jack Frost.
Shut up. Yes, you did.
I wanted Pitch. Let's be honest.
Okay, well, now we're adults.
No, that's been our dynamic. Since we were kids. I always wanted the villains. You wanted the heroes.
Can we talk about that real quick?
I guess.
Is this why you date older men? Is this my fault?
Oh, yeah, this is. It's not your fault per se. But it was because we were raised, because we're twins, we were raised as 2 of the same whole. And it was always like, if you went to a birthday party, I had to go to the same birthday party. This was our way. And we just talked about this. I just talked about this with Anna today. It was our way of being individuals. Stop laughing. It was our way of being individuals.
I'm sorry.
We had to, pick. And I noticed that, Danny Phantom came around. You chose Danny, and you're like, oh, you can pick. We never were allowed to pick the same character. That was it. Those were our rules. Once one twin called that as their favorite character, then the other one couldn't have them. And you called Raimundo Pedrosa. And in season 2,
thank you.
Pedrosa. And I chose Chase Young. And you chose Danny Phantom. I always chose Vlad Masters because I thought he was interesting. I guess in this case, you chose Jack Frost. I chose Pitch Black. And it's like, I hated the books. I hate the books with a passion. I have a friend that was like, I love how much you hate the books. I hate them. I never liked them. But it did make Pitch Black a little bit more interesting than he already was, but he is interesting. I mean, just that he looks like Benedict Cumberbatch.
You can't even say his name. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Slumberpatch, as some would say.
Hey,
But
we do not speak ill of Benedict Hamberbatch.
I was trying to speak Polish the other day.
I was trying to say Cabbage Patch, so I mean...
I was trying to speak Spanish to a coworker.
Jesus, why?
We were talking, and I mean, there's like certain words like I can't say normally Czechoslovakia
You tried signing me in the bar.
or quinceañera, and I felt so bad because I actually spelt out the word more, and I meant like the hand sign. I know that normally.
The worst part is you misspelled it. That was the problem I
didn't
had.
misspell it. I didn't misspell it,
More
but I
is
definitely
not that hard.
I signed it wrong, and I knew I knew some of the words, but not all of them.
Okay, it's bad enough that, like, I could translate for you, but the fact that you translated it wrong and I could still translate for you.
And then I sang it.
And then you sang it. Like, what the fuck was even going on tonight?
No, and I was hoping, I'm like, let me have one more beer. I can fit one more beer in, and then we'll watch this movie, and it's like, unlike the what are you doing?
I'm still filming, don't worry.
But, like with the Mr. Peabody and Sherman.
Stop.
No, when we watched that movie, when we rewatched that movie, and I don't know what you were up to, but you were sober. I mean, I wasn't drunk per se, but I definitely wasn't sober. I mean, I couldn't have been that far off.
We should just learn by now that, like, we can't.
You handed me an instrument, and you're like, play this, and I played it pretty well. But
no,
the movie seemed better.
Here's the problem I have with the Peabody and Sherman movie.
The movie seemed better.
No, it's the drinking game. There were just, for 3 simple rules, I mean, every one of those shots would come up in the same 3 seconds, and I just could not. I don't know how to tell you this, Lauren, but I think we might have a problem.
I don't think we have a problem, honestly.
Okay. No, maybe not a problem, but I mean, like, we should just stop trying to watch, like, shows from our childhood and combining it with alcohol, because that doesn't work either. Like, you have to work in the next couple of hours, and like...
I will be fine. Trust me, I will be fine.
Okay.
I remember the one day coming into work, and I had a coworker like, are you hungover right now? I'm like, is it nap time yet?
Is it nap time
yet?
Is it
nap time? And she's like, no, not yet. Like, nap time isn't for another, like, hour and a half. I'm like, I'm fine then. Like, I think I will be okay.